My boys, if you're struggling to beat people in Madden, or if you're getting beat by cheese plays and spammers, check out the GG3 Squad official ebook that is launched if you want stat lines like this: 0 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 yards, 25% completion percentage, and go on great win streaks like this. Link is in the description, and I see y'all boys there. GG3 Squad. All right, my boys, so today, I'm not gonna lie, my sad news is my audio got kind of messed up on this video. So unfortunately, I have to do this post, you know what I'm saying, post edit, and just kind of talk over the video. So I'm gonna be popping in and I'll give you guys commentary on the game. Unfortunately, I wish that I did not do this, but hey man, it is what it is. But we had our playoff game, divisional, versus the Buffalo Bills. What a great game we played. Honestly, it was the Bills versus the Patriots. We are 1-1 versus each other in this game, so we had to lock in. We had the GG3 Squad on our back, and we had to lock in, strap up, and play some good defense and football. So my number one idea going into this game, we knew what he was looking for, right? He had the QB playmaker, he had the master tactician, so we had to play against what we know he's going to be running, and that's a lot of QB playmaker, master tactician. And we got ball first. You guys know how I feel about getting ball first, but we came out the gates and we had a wide open running back, Antonio Gibson, who we checked down. And that's something that I had to do a lot this game, which is take what was given to me. I didn't want to force any passes down the field if it didn't have to be forced down the field. So I was taking what he was giving me. He was giving me these 5-yard passes. I'm gonna take the 5-yard passes. And then you can see when I take them, it leaves stuff like that wide open when I could force it down the field. And you see Romeo Doubs gets us a big play touchdown just like that to start the game off. And right there is when I'm like, okay, we can lock in, we can get this dub. And then we come out back on defense. We know as soon as he motions his receiver, we know that he's looking for that wheel route. So I'm ready to switch stick over there. As you guys can see, we switch stick on the Gonzo, we make a major interception, and just like that, the entire team is on our back. At this point, we are locked in. This is where we win the game. You feel me? So I was happy. I'm like, okay, he threw a pick, he made the first mistake, and you guys always know what I say. Whoever makes that first mistake tends to lose the game, especially when it comes to franchise, because it's a lot harder to get that ball back. And then he leaves us open again throughout the scene, and you guys can see Hunter Henry walks up, and you can see me get a little hype, a little smile on my face, because you already know at that point game is over. And then right here we get him on 3rd and 3, and we're like, okay, we're locking in here. We stop the run, major stop right there. You guys can see we're excited. We're like, let's go. We not surprised to see him go for it on 4th and 2 here, and we're just looking for any kind of flat. We know he loves to throw the flats on those 4th and 2s, and you guys can see what I do. My user took away the RPO, I took away the bubble, and it locked up the run. You guys can see me getting hyped, man. Hey, I was anticipating that handoff, so that's GG's right there. And then you guys know what happened next. We marched our way down the field, and we like, okay, we're looking at AJ Brown. And fortunately for us, AJ Brown gets left open, wide open in the middle of the field, and that's a 100% dot for a touchdown. AJ Brown gets his reception and a touchdown. You guys see me going, let's go, because I'm hyped at this point. And then from there, the game played out exactly as you'd imagine. You guys can see we were up 31-15. And at this point, going into the 4th quarter, we're just playing our game. We're playing smart. We try to target down the field, and unfortunately, Hunter Henry drops the ball. But you guys can see at this point, I'm comfortable. He's playing from behind. We're walking down to the 4th quarter. At this point, it would take a miracle for me to lose this game on his end. So I'm just playing my game, playing smart, playing conservative, and we're just gonna slowly move our way up the field. As you guys can see, we're getting pancakes out there. I almost threw a pick by throwing it down the field there, and I was trying to throw my flat, and that's why the confusion on my face. I was trying to throw the flat on the left side, and instead I accidentally clicked Y, and I was about to throw it way down the field. So I was so happy I got hit there. And then especially because right here is when I throw a laser right up the seam to get us down the field even further. Because you guys can see Hunter Henry, he was leaving that open all game. I'm not sure why or how, because that's something that throughout the season he was completely locking up when we played. He did not let me get down the seams often. So I was surprised that he was letting me target the seams so much so that I was able to just comfortably call those plays. And then right here, I just say, you know what, it's time to start running the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm playing too aggressive. I'm trying to pass it entirely too much for this guy. So I need to just start running the ball in the game by running it. And so we say, you know, we're going to call some halfback dives. We're going to call some halfback tosses. And right here, you guys can see I'm calling a little handoff, and he run commits, and I get stopped. But then we say, you know, we're gonna go right back to it, and we call the fullback toss. And you guys know how I feel about Carson Steele. He's going to be a major threat next season if we get into another season of this franchise. Carson Steele gets outside and he runs straight into the touchdown, bros. And just like that, at this point, game is kaput. It's over with. I could literally just let you guys watch it with sound, and I might just interlude. I don't know if you guys want that, but hey, game is over at this point. So he ended up marching down the field, scoring a touchdown. I said, you know what, we're going to lock in. And I throw a laser down the field to Romeo Doubs, who had a monstrous game for us in this playoffs. Romeo Doubs, you guys see 3 catches for 168 yards. He had an amazing game, probably his best game of the entire season up to this point. I actually took a screenshot of my phone over my controller. I don't know why I did that. And then I was just like, you know, we're going to test him deep. We launch it to Hunter Henry, and Hunter Henry straight up mosses him. And you guys can see how excited I got. I did not expect Hunter Henry to moss him that way. At this point, game was completely finished. We just had one more defensive stop to make, and you guys are going to see what's happened here. We just basically locked them up on defense and ended the game there. At this point, we all know he's just trying to make the score look better. So I'm locking in. I'm like, okay, it's time to make a play. We switch stick onto the master tack, and we get the pick with Cam Smith to end the game. And listen, when I tell you, I think this guy is still one of the best players in the franchise. I'm not going to sit here and think he's trash because of one bad game from him. I still think he's one of the better players in this franchise. You guys can see his record. He went 15-2. I went 15-2. So I don't think I'm significantly better than this guy. I think I just had a better game than him. I did, however, believe that without QB playmaker, it is a lot harder for him to move up the field, especially considering a lot of his major plays that came in this game was motioning the receiver or playmaking the receiver at the last second to get something else open down the field. So at this point, I'm just like, okay, I just have to play against that. So you can see we kneeled the game away. We're excited to move on to the next round of the playoffs. We're going to either be playing the Chargers or the Chiefs. So at this point, hey, it's game over. You guys can see I'm flexing. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm yawning. I'm tired. I'm just ready to move on. And yeah, GG's to him, bro. GG's to him. audio got corrupt for this video. I really wish that I didn't get corrupt for this audio because it's not gonna hit the same. Had to edit out a lot of important parts of the game, but you guys can see I was going over the stats. We went 17 and 22 with Drake May, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, and he went 3 for 3 with 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. We dominated the game on the run, we dominated the game in the pass, in the air. Romeo had a great game, Hunter Henry had a good game, and AJ Brown only had 1 reception, but it was for a touchdown. Hey, so I'm not mad at that at all. But at this point, I'm just yapping, telling you guys that I appreciate you guys for supporting me. Throw some support in the comments, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will be dropping some Madden content for old Madden. Madden 27 is coming out soon, so excited for that, and franchise and Ultimate Team in that, because you guys are going to get Madden 27 videos every single day, I promise you. And then also I was talking about my Wheel of Madden gameplays, where I'm going to be playing all the retro Maddens from old in the days, like Madden 08, Madden 07, all those games. So if you guys are interested in that, like, share, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about it. And then, of course, I said my outro. You guys can say it with me. And without further ado, it's your boy Tamashe, and I'm out. Let's go.
So